stations!
Hello everybody and welcome back to a long overdue World of Warships. I got a game for you. Finally, right? Yeah, I haven't been doing so well, but I figured out what's the problem actually. But more about that later. We are playing on the big race. We're playing a Tier 5 battleship, the USS Texas.
Enemy force sighted on the horizon.
The Texas is the same class as the New York, but it does have some small differences. Most notably the anti-air capability. Main battery, 10 356mm guns, 6 in the back and 4 in the front, with a range of 15.6 kilometers. HE damage 5000, AP damage 10,300. For secondary armaments, 6 127mm, 3 on each side, with a range of 4 kilometers and HE damage 1800. AA defense 94 guns with a range of 4.2 kilometers, 49,100 hit points and 305mm armor. Top speed 20.5 knots, concealment 15.5 on the surface and 10.7 from the air. So, what's been the problem, Jan? Well, my aim basically. It's not been that great lately. Once 0.5.7 came out, you had the option to change your aiming reticle. And I think that's what's partly threw me off. Coupled with the fact that the general player base has become better at aiming and better at focusing down the enemy's ships. I liked the dynamic aiming sight, but as soon as I changed back, my hit percentage went way up. I picked out that Myogi in the distance, already done 3000 damage. Let's see if we can do any more. Oh yeah, 6000 with 2 hits. So yeah, now I mentioned that the player base has become better at aiming and focusing down the enemy. So with that in mind, I've tried to change my tactic a little, using islands more for cover and not charge so much in like I used to. That island in the center here is going to play a role in that. Ooh, just lost 1800 damage and 5 anti-air guns. That sucks. We can't return the favor currently because the Myogi is protected by an island. But there is an enemy Texas that we might be able to fire on. Speaking of fire, looks like somebody set him ablaze. Ooh, close, very close, but not quite what I was hoping for. He was sailing a little slower than I had anticipated, but we'll get another chance in about 10 seconds. Now I'm maneuvering back to put the island in between me and the Myogi and the Texas to make sure that it won't be able to hit me back. Sure, I'm not spotted, but I know there's an enemy destroyer just south of my position. They could change that at any moment. Ooh yeah, 2 shells hit the target for almost 3,400 damage. The island is now in the way, so I'm gonna look for another target. We'll see more to the Texas and the Myogi throughout the game. Looks like the mermangs that was firing at us in the beginning of the game is going to present us with a perfect opportunity to dish out some hurting. There's also some torpedo bombers heading straight for us, and I kinda don't feel comfortable with that. But that's not gonna deter us from firing on the mermangs. Distance, time, lead, and a full volley of death is bearing down on the mermangs. Only 1 shell hit the target, but it did as much damage to the mermangs as it did to the Texas. But looky here. Looks like the Myogi wants in on the fun. Close, but no cigar. Oh! Did he just fire high explosives at me? Why would you ever fire high explosives? I'm definitely not firing high explosives. And it shows. Again, not as much damage as I'd like, but we're still on fire, and I'm gonna let it burn. Why? Well, we can always repair it with our repair party. It's only light damage, and there's still a risk of any torpedo bombers or destroyers. So, I don't want to use up my damage control ability. Firing off another volley before he disappears. Oh yeah, there's the citadel we were waiting for. And almost 15,000 damage. Island is once again in the way, and it seems that this Wyoming needs our help. So I'm gonna fire on the Kolberg with my front guns. Looking good, looking good. Ah, only 1,000 damage? Come on. Let's try that again. Ah, a little too much lead. And no hits. The Wyoming is in serious trouble now, and I don't know if he can take much of this HE abuse. And once he goes down, I'm most likely next. So I'm angling my armor and turning my ship due east, so I won't get cornered. Also, both the Miyogi and the Texas from earlier is shifting to this side of the battle, and in clear sight to fire on me. But my hull is angled, so I'm gonna take the chance and fire on the Miyogi. Maybe I can take him out. Ah, only 4,400. He's so low in health now, somebody gotta take him out. I order everyone to focus fire on that ship, in the hopes that maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to take him out. Also, looks like a friendly Congo has decided to help us out here. One last salvo before it's too late. Can we hit it? Can we hit him? Nope, we missed. Wait a minute, we have a carrier on this side? So yeah, keeping an eye on that minimap to get a good overview of your surroundings is a good tip for all. That way you won't be surprised when stuff suddenly pops up. The biggest threat to the carrier right now is going to be this destroyer. It's a small target and he's angled, so firing one shot at a time is highly recommendable. Ah, god dang it, so close, and we have nothing left. And we lost the carrier. We still need to deal with the destroyer though, and the Kolberg. Nope, that's not gonna hit either. Luckily we're not firing a whole salvo at a time. Maybe this time? There we go, took him down. Still got 6 guns to use. Oh, and look at this. The Mermanx and the Miyogi and the Texas has showed up. We're gonna focus on the damaged Miyogi though first. Oh, and we just took a big hit from the Texas. Better angle that armor, Jan. Looks like we didn't lead enough, and that's gonna miss the target completely. One of the turrets didn't fire, so we're gonna try with that. Checking if anyone is firing at us. Nobody is. And not enough lead this time either. But we're gonna have to ignore that Miyogi for now, because that Mermanx is going for our base. And we can't have that now, can we? Looks like the Congo is also focusing on the Murmansk. So we're gonna take a fire. Oops. We're taking fire as well. We're going to need all the guns on this one, so I used my damage control party. There's no airplanes or destroyers nearby, so... Oh, RNG, you are not with me right now. I was only able to peel off a couple of thousand hit points on that Murmansk. The Congo is clearly being focused down right now, so I'm gonna risk turning my ship in order to get as many guns on the Murmansk as possible. Firing off the gun that was ready. Another 1,000 points. Congo is firing, and he gets a massive kill. Oh, looks like the Myogi took the opportunity. But I'm turning too much. Now at this point I can't afford to go any further east, because that Texas is currently in our base area, trying to cap it. And having two battleships on either side of my ship is going to make it difficult to survive the next few minutes. So I decide to angle most of my armor towards Texas, as it is much closer than the Myogi is, and the chance of getting hit by an enemy increases the closer it is. So both me and the Congo is focusing on the Myogi, as it is the most damaged ship. But we're not doing that great. The Texas has angled his armor against me. There's also a cruiser over there firing on the Congo. I decided to use my front guns on the Texas because I don't seem to be able to hit the Myogi. So I'm gonna go for the closest ship and try to maybe reset the capture timer. Ooh, that's a massive hit on the Texas, hitting the Citadel just below the second turret in the front. We still got 3 turrets live in the back, and we're gonna use those on the Myogi. Excellent, 7,800 damage. And he's still firing high explosives? What is going on? The Texas, on the other hand, is not firing high explosives. I quickly decide to use my front guns on the Myogi, because I need one of those targets away. And we get a good hit, and the Myogi is gone. Now all we have to do is try to not show too much broadside, because, hey, wait a second, is he not aiming at us anymore? Well, in that case, I'm gonna use my rare guns. Oh, 2 Citadel hits. Can we get another one? Ah, yeah, 3rd one, and here the Texas is gone. A huge mistake by the Texas. He should have focused on me and not think about the Congo at all. Now all we have to do is clean up the Murmansk, and this side of the map should be clear. But these cruisers are really, really robust. Gotta wait until this sinking Texas is out of the way, and nope, the Congo got him before us. There's only one more enemy cruiser in the south, and it has not been moving from that spot since the beginning of the game. And that's the end of that match. We were victorious, obviously. We hit 45 times, shot down 2 planes, destroyed 3 ships, 5 citadels, defended the base 4 times, did almost 113,000 damage, 319,000 credits and 4,698 XP. We made top of the list with 1,740 base XP. It was an enjoyable game, one that I did not think I would survive. I hope you enjoyed this as well. If you did, blast that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Probably sent out torpedoes if he has. I don't know if he has. I'm definitely sending out torpedoes. Is it gonna hit? Yeah.